We had a plan for 2024. It didn't go perfectly, but we made sure that our credit cards were working for us. Some cards gave us more bang for our buck than others, but now for 2025, we're ready to add some new cards, and we're also going to cull the herd of some weaker cards. From a points and miles perspective, 2024 was a fantastic year for us. We earned over 800,000 points and redeemed almost all of them. 48 nights in hotels without paying the rack rate, 11 round-trip flights where we only paid taxes, but we were only able to do this through careful planning. Hello there. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ryan, and at the Travel Points family, we want to help families travel farther for less. Vacations are simply too expensive. We focus on how to use credit card points to subsidize them. It doesn't make vacations free, but it drastically reduces the price. If you'd like to take your family farther for less, subscribe to the channel. And if you hear something that makes sense to you, smash that like button. With that out of the way, let's get going. Last year, we had 6 cards on our radar. While we ended up adding 6 new cards, they weren't the 6 we originally planned for. I went into all of that in this video here. Now, like last year, we'll start by taking a good look at where we are right now and what our goals are. That will help us come up with the best plan for us. We'll also keep an eye on application rules for different issuers and our personal stats. I'm not going to recap all our 25 cards, but I am going to highlight some details that impact applications. For Chase, Nicole and I are both at 324. I have one falling off, but all 3 of Nicole's will fall off before 2026. For American Express, now I've combined to have 4 personal and business cards with them, but one is a charge card. I should have room for at least one more traditional credit card for American Express, and the charge cards are available too. Nicole has one American Express card. Last year, we product changed her Delta Gold card to the no annual fee Delta Blue card. We did that because when you are an existing American Express customer, there will not be a hard pull on your credit report when you apply for another American Express card. For Capital One, I was approved for the Savor Rewards card in December, so I have to wait 6 months before I can apply for another Capital One card. Nicole has a Venture One card that's been open for years but is sitting there unused. She can add one more card from them at any time. Our credit scores are currently sitting slightly north of 800. Those fluctuate month to month, but that's typically where they are. That also serves as a data point for you. Opening credit cards, even dozens of them, doesn't ruin your credit. How you use your credit cards is much more important than how many cards you have. So, what are our goals? This probably won't be a surprise, but we are still prioritizing points and miles over cash back. We actually burned through more UR points than we earned last year. We still have half of last year's MR points, and we've just dipped our toes into Capital One miles. But without a Venture card, we're locked out of their travel partners. Well, yes, Nicole does have the Venture One, but I can't transfer my miles over to her until they are actually miles. So right now, they're sitting there as cash back. So we're going to try and top up our UR points, keep our options open for MR points, and build up some Capital One miles. We've also really enjoyed our statuses with Marriott and Hyatt, so we're going to do what we can to keep those going. Between the two of us, we have 7 cards we're looking at getting this year. Of those 7, 3 are for shores, but they have to come towards the end of the year. The first of those is actually 2. Nicole and I will both be applying for a Chase Sapphire Preferred. In November and December, we both become eligible to receive a Sapphire welcome offer again. This is because of the 48-month rule. Chase only lets you earn the welcome offer on a Sapphire Preferred or Reserve once every 48 months. Nicole and I were both approved for our Sapphire Preferred cards back in July of 2021. That means we will become eligible again this year. But you need to read the terms and conditions. You only become eligible again 48 months after you last received a welcome offer. You don't receive the welcome offer when you apply. You receive it roughly 3 months later. So double check that timing. And that's why we're waiting until November or December to fill out those applications. Nicole currently has a Sapphire Preferred, so she's going to have to product change hers first because Chase only lets you have one Sapphire card at a time. Ideally, she's going to product change to the OG Freedom with UR points. Now, the last thing we'll be sure to do is use referral offers from each other. Every UR point counts, so we're going to squeeze all the points we can out of Chase's cold hard grip. Now, the third card we're locked in on is the American Express Marriott Bonvoy Business Card. While we are serious Hyatt fans, we also really appreciate what Marriott has to offer. We always enjoy ourselves when we are at a Marriott property. And for the last few years, we've maintained platinum status with Marriott, and we like to keep that. The Bonvoy Business Card provides a 35K free night award and 15 Elite Night credits. Most Bonvoy cards give you Elite Night credits, but they don't stack. Even though the Bonvoy Brilliant gives me 25 Elite Nights and the Boundless gives me 15, we don't end up with 40 Elite Nights per year. The exception to this is the Business Card. The Elite Night credits from the Bonvoy Business Card do stack with your Elite Nights from your personal card. But if we already have Platinum status, why do we care about those extra 15 ENCs? Well, that's a good question. In 2024, we spent 11 nights at Marriott's. The Bonvoy Business Card would have pushed us up to 51 ENCs, making us eligible for an annual choice benefit. With the annual choice benefit, we can choose from among 5 nightly upgrade awards, $1,000 off our favorite Marriott mattress, a $100 donation to one of Marriott's partner charities, or 5 more ENCs. Now, like I said, Nicole and I want to keep our platinum status. Well, technically her platinum status. Marriott has the option of lifetime statuses. Lifetime platinum status is achieved with 10 plus years of platinum status and 600 ENCs. We will hit 10 years of platinum status sooner than 600 ENCs. That means we can use all the ENCs we can get. With an annual fee of $125, it's the free night award that this card provides that drives the value of the Bonvoy business. From this point of view, it's the same as my Bonvoy Boundless. As long as we redeem that free night award for more than the annual fee, this card makes sense. And of course, we now have 2 35K free night awards every year. Like Chase, Marriott has rules about welcome offer eligibility. Since Marriott partners with Chase and American Express, the rules for Marriott welcome offers are complicated. For this specific sub, I have to wait 24 months since I opened the Bonvoy Boundless. I opened the Boundless in September of 2023, so my 2 years will be up at the end of 2025. And yeah, the Marriott Bonvoy business is part of the long-term plan, but I view all our credit card moves through a long-term lens. And that covers the end of the year, so how are we kicking the year off? Well, the first card we're looking to get is actually just a Chase Freedom Flex. Nicole is going to apply for this, and she'll apply using my referral link. I have this exact card already, but between its $0 annual fee and Nicole's 524 status, there is no harm in adding it. This will be an early pickup because we want to maximize on the elevated grocery category during Q1. Now, we'll easily reach the $1,500 cap on my Freedom Flex and possibly on hers as well. We will wait a little bit to see if we can find an elevated welcome offer, but we'll have this card by February. The standard offer is for $200 cash back, but there are times when Chase will include 5% back on groceries or gas for the first year. Getting 5% back on groceries for a year would be fantastic. And don't forget that while Chase calls us a cashback card, they give you that cashback as UR points. The second card is just as sexy as the Flex, the Savor Rewards card from Capital One. And yes, I just got this one myself, but this will be another application for Nicole, and she'll use a referral link for it too. Time out. I've mentioned 4 cards now, and 3 have had referral offers. This goes back to playing in 2-player mode. Now, ideally, you should be getting some extra points through referrals for at least half your household's applications. Ask your family members, ask your friends, but use those referrals. Those are points that someone can put to good use. Now, if your loved ones don't have any referral links, there are some in the description of this video. Using those links is a great way to support the channel. Don't let the credit card companies keep those points. Let someone else get them. The Savor Rewards card just wrapped up in an elevated offer, so there isn't a rush to get this card. We can wait and see if there's another elevated offer around March or April. But what else? Since we want to collect some more Capital One miles, I will be applying for the Capital One Venture X in July. It needs to be July because Capital One requires you to wait at least 6 months between approvals. And of course, I was approved for the Savor Rewards card in December. Unfortunately, there's no referral link that Nicole can send me. She has the Venture One, but that only generates a referral for a Venture One, not the Venture X. I'll ask my friends for one, but otherwise I will use one from one of my fellow YouTube creators. The welcome offer for the Venture X has been steady ever since the initial offering dropped to 75,000 miles. I'll be expecting to receive that offer. Not only will this provide us with a decent amount of Capital One miles, it will also open up Capital One's travel partners for us. We've already gained experience with Air Canada, British Airways, Qantas, and Flying Blue. We might transfer to Wyndham every once in a while, but that would be very rare and really depend on the situation. I am curious, though, about exploring the Turkish Miles and Smiles program. If you've been counting or simply paying attention to the big numbers, then you know we've covered 6 cards so far. That leaves us with one more to talk about. Now, if the Sapphire Preferreds and the Marriott Bonvoy Business are the cards that we are most confident about going after, then card number 7 sits at the opposite side of the spectrum. The World of Hyatt Business card from Chase. Now, if something changes during the year, this is the card that will get bumped. The Hyatt Business card provides solid value during the first year. Year 2, however, is questionable. There are no real good elevated spending categories, there's no free night award. You do get a $50 Hyatt credit twice a year, but that only recoups half the annual fee. The people who hold on to this card really only do it for one reason: additional qualifying nights for globalist status. If you spend $10,000 on the Hyatt Personal card, you'll earn 4 QNs. But if you put the same 10 grand on the business card, you'll get 5 QNs. Now, you will need to put 50 to 60 grand on this card each year to spend your way to globalist status. Whether that's worth it to you, that's a different story. I can't see myself spending to that level. I'm considering putting 15K on the Personal World of Hyatt card because that will get us 6 QNs and a free night award. But devoting 50 grand to one card, I'm not sure about that. But we do stay at a ton of Hyatt hotels, and I do have globalist status for another year. As much as I like platinum status with Marriott, globalist status with Hyatt is even better. So we can fit in this business card from Chase, we'll pick it up. Planning out your credit card year is important, but don't think that it requires rigid adherence. Capital One might decide that I have too many recent inquiries and deny me for the Venture X. The reworked deal between Citi and American Airlines might make a card from Citi too valuable to pass up on. Things will come up during the year. We can't be so narrowly focused on the plan we came up with in December that we ignore what is happening around us in May. In the wise words of the sage Mike Tyson, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the nose. At the top, I did mention culling the herd. Nicole has a Southwest Performance Business card. She got that card to help earn a companion pass last year, but that was last year. This year, it's not adding any value to us, so that one is getting axed. Last year's edition of the Delta Business Gold card helped me and the boys get to Deer Valley for some skiing, but I haven't been pleased with that card overall. I just haven't been using it, and I can't see paying $150 to keep it. That will also be canceled. We're also still deciding on the American Express Business Gold card. When I was approved, I thought I'd be canceling it after a year. However, we've got a surprisingly good value out of it this year, and we might decide to hold on to it for a year too. As you come up with your plan for 2025, keep your goals in mind. Know where you're starting from. Don't be afraid to aim big, and definitely don't be afraid to make changes. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I appreciate you watching. This next video is going to show you what is possible when you have a plan. Until next time, safe travels.